Take your time. Not like I'll be going anywhere. Bye-bye then. Great! Hand them over and I'll make the new serum. That's classified, I think. But the way you handle yourself, I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of time before we rope you into the effort. You're back. Did you find everything? Oh, hello again. Didn't expect to see you here. Welcome back. Let's talk. You will? Great! First, you should head to the greenhouse in the chemistry wing. Once you're there, look for Henry. Oh, Henry is one of the plants. He's from the Papaveraceae family. Some subfamilies, when properly processed, can be used as painkillers and muscle relaxants. I'll be tracking your progress, and I'll give you a ring over the intercom with the next steps. Good luck! No, you're just wrong. We're going to find a cure, and the patients here are gonna help us. My papa included. I'm sorry you can't see it that way, but to be frank, you don't have to. I don't even have a joke. I really appreciate that, thank you. Fair enough. Come back when you do, then. Did it work? That looked like it worked. Vitals stable, temperature stable, power contained. Good. That's good. Some of these readings are a little weird, but, we did it! You better head back to the office. I'll tell you everything. Perfect! Well, almost perfect. I can't leave yet. Not until I've finished running the tests. I've been researching a method of reverting the lost back to their original condition. Or at least, regain the ability to communicate with us. Uncle Hugo agrees with me, too. This is top priority stuff, so, would you help me out? Please? Pretty please? Looks like you found Henry. Good. Now we just need to mix serum alpha. Head to the pharmaceutical lab. It should be through the door on your left after leaving the greenhouse. Once you've made the serum, we'll have to test it. I'd managed to sedate a couple of the lost earlier. There should be one taking a nap in the clinical trial room. It's just past the observation room, through the door to the left of the mixer station. You'll have to dose them with the serum. Hopefully they won't be too mad when you wake them up. You have to remember, these are our friends, family. If we can keep them sedated, they aren't a threat to us or themselves anymore. And if you want to be pragmatic, we need samples. Living, healthy samples. See? It's still science. Promise. Well, sure. Of course he did. I swear, since Papa got sick, Oberlin's been like an overprotective uncle to me. Well, not all stern like Uncle Hugo. More like a fun uncle. A funkle. Oh, but I'm not going back. Not yet. Got some things I need to do here first. Huh, that didn't work. Oh, a stabilizing agent. Okay, you'll need to make your way back into the caverns outside. The entrance you need is in a pipe in the greenhouse. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survived in there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. Oh, and those caves were used to vent dangerous gases from the lab. You may encounter some mutated critters or side effects. Good luck! Come find me when you get some samples, and I'll extract what I need and mix the next doses. Take as long as you need. It's complicated. To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contain sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind. Going feral. Before the Lost. Feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant, and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. Damn it! That didn't work either. But we're so close! Okay, once more. Serum Omega has the stabilizing agent from the mushrooms, the relaxants from Henry, and a stronger dosage than Serum Alpha. Go to the vat storage room. You should find one of the lost in a vat hooked up to some machines. Place the serum in the slot in the machine. That should dispense the serum safely into the vat to be absorbed. Oh, this is our last chance today. Cross all your fingers and toes. Hello again. Something I can help you with? Oh, hello. Morning. Evening. You're up late. Thanks again for the help back there. Couldn't have done it without you. I'm thinking of going to visit Uncle Hugo, but Oberlin thinks it's a bad idea. Audrey is the happiest I've seen her in years. I wonder if that's because Uncle Hugo's gone. What were we talking about again? Oh, you're back. What's up? Sorry, no distractions. Let me get back to you. Huh? I wonder if I could use... Oh, yes, a couple of those. Oh, and then we could... Oh, I should write this down. I wonder if anyone would mind if I moved Henry and some of the other plants into the atrium. We could add them to the garden. Busy. What do you think, Papa? Yeah, me neither. Ugh, it's getting late. I should probably head to bed soon. I should go check in on Aunt Cassidy. I still can't believe Uncle Hugo would risk everyone like that, without a second thought. Maybe he really doesn't have a conscience. Audrey's happy for me to continue my research to help Papa and Aunt Cassidy. Maybe it'll go quicker now that Uncle Hugo isn't complicating things. Where should I start? He's not gone! I know exactly where he is. I'll find a way to get him back. You know, eventually. It may take a bit longer than we initially thought, though. What with losing access to most of our resources and most of our population turning lost. We drove, duh. Oh, you mean here, as in my job? Nepotism, mostly. My uncle was made overseer of the vault, and my papa is one of his top researchers. So we were brought in to continue our research here. You know, in the event the world ended, which I guess it did. Like I said, he was head of organics before me. He was always fascinated by biology. We had all kinds of plants and animals. He and Uncle Hugo worked together a lot. They'd sometimes butt heads over stupid things. It seemed to get better here in the vault. Then, Papa got sick, like so many others. We worked together for as long as we could, but eventually, I had to take over. So now I'm here keeping everyone going, just like Papa wants. Oh, hi there. Nice to see you again. I wonder if we put that in. Oh, hello. Papa was starting to show symptoms of deterioration of the brain. Increased aggression, decreasing motor function. He waited as long as he could, but he chose to put himself in that vat until we could figure out how to reverse the damage. He wasn't lost before he went in there. Usually, I would take care of the plants in the greenhouse and organics. When we were locked down, I'd take care of the gardens and the atrium instead. I still find it relaxing. Reminds me of better times. I hope that clears things up. My family, well, there's Uncle Hugo and Aunt Cassidy, there's my cousin Audrey, and then there's Papa. Who do you want to know about? Alrighty then. I only really saw him at parties and family gatherings, but you could always tell that he was in charge. If he entered a room or stood to make a speech, all eyes were on him. I think the only person he really loved is Aunt Cassidy. And maybe Audrey. It's hard to tell. I guess he was pleasant to be around, if he wasn't mad at you. Bye-bye, then. Uncle Hugo was really strict with her. A lot more than Papa was with me. He wanted her to get the best grades and be on her best behavior. I guess as the heir to the Stolz family, she had a lot to live up to. I don't envy her. Thanks. It's coming along. Well, sorta. It would be so much easier if I had access to my lab in organics. Still, it's not all bad. You helped me make a major breakthrough. Soon I'll have it all figured out. Probably. Maybe. I hope. Not as fun as you might think. Oh, I know I had a privileged upbringing. I had plenty of opportunities others didn't, but it wasn't really fun. I tried to make Uncle Hugo laugh a few times with some harmless pranks. Instead, I just got in trouble. Like what? Remember? The lost in the vat you used the last of the serums on? That's Papa. Harmless stuff, really. Putting jelly on Uncle Hugo's cane, moving his coffee mug slightly to the left, stuff like that. I got an earful from Aunt Cassidy after a gala once when she found a whoopee cushion on his chair. He didn't even sit on it. Oh, not in the slightest. Uncle Hugo was the oldest, so he got all the responsibility. Papa has always supported and respected Uncle Hugo, and he was never afraid to call him out if he didn't agree with him. Although, I guess from the outside, people who didn't know Papa might have thought he didn't care much. Guess it's the nature of the work we do. Papa was the best. He used to walk me around gardens to collect interesting specimens at Aunt Cassidy's galas. He encouraged me from a young age. I don't know where I'd be without him. I miss him, but at least I can go see him whenever I want. Ask away. Aunt Cassidy loved art back before the war. She used to run art shows and stuff and donate the proceeds to art schools and galleries. She did everything for Uncle Hugo once they got married, but still found time to take care of others. He will! Papa taught me everything I know. I know I'll figure out how to fix the lost and ferals. Unless I go feral before then. That might throw a wrench in the works. My papa, August. He was the head of the organics section before me. What would you like to know? When he recovers? Well, I haven't really thought about it. Work together again like we used to? Maybe go out and explore what's left of the world. I'm sure there will be something for us to do. You know, mixing formulas was always one of my favorite things to do here. I always thought, hey, if this doesn't pan out, maybe I could be a bartender at one of those high-class joints. One time, I mixed a custom cocktail for one of Uncle Hugo's parties. People loved it. Maybe it went down a little too well. Folks might have gotten far more inebriated than expected. Still, only a slightly smaller chance of mixed alcoholic drinks exploding than advanced chemical formulas. Short answer? Science. Long answer? Well, I can explain that, sort of, if you're ready to hear the rest of it, that is. Not really. We had some early breakthroughs, especially using the, never mind. Just science stuff. I can tell you it mattered, though. A lot. We all had someone going through it, and I mean all of us. Sure. I think. I'm pretty sure. He's tricky to read. He definitely didn't ask me to stop looking into this. Okay, I'll just practice in my head for a bit. I'm sure you've run into their like before. It's when our kind goes from just sounding gruff and radiated to snarling, teeth-gnashing monster. We don't know why it happens, who it can happen to, or if there's any way to cure it. But, well, that last part is what we're trying to figure out. That's not a question. I'll thank you not to assume my charm means I'm lacking in skill or intelligence. I wouldn't be here without both. Now, give this asking a question thing another shot. You know questions, right? It's when you raise your voice at the end. Calling mysterious stranger. Hello? Anyone there yet? Maybe I gave bad directions. Hello? Anybody? And here's the second. Don't worry, these shouldn't explode. Head over to the biology wing. There's a lost sedated in the surgery room. Should still be sedated, hopefully. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, I'll unlock the door from the terminal. Okay, here's the first one. Someone there? I picked up a pretty big surge of activity on our sensors, but it went quiet all of a sudden. Okay, let me try to explain. I'm not just expositing a sad life story for your sympathy. There's a point to it. As you probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me, not here. Sorry about that. 20 years of runoff gases from various chemicals, waste materials from the section's power source, as well as various spores and pollens from the plants that got vented into it, give or take some years and materials. Oh, are you seeing some side effects from exposure? Your eyes do look a little funny. Tell me what you're experiencing. I'll take notes. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those. Really. An integral step in fixing the loss. I mean it. But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back. Bye now. Ask away. Aw, are you sure? All right, then. Let me know if you do experience any strange symptoms. I am in danger. In danger of not finishing this research on account of the teeny tiny lost problem the sector is experiencing. Did I not mention we're a bit overrun with lost at the moment? Because that'd be the reason I asked for help. So thanks for stopping by. I hope that clears things up. Ooh, very astute observation. I will write that down verbatim. Not entirely unexpected given the past few decades of chemical exposure to that portion of the cave. But hey, you're still breathing and standing too. Look at you, you're a regular lab rat in the making. Nice to see you again. It's personal. Sorry, always wanted to do that. But really, it is personal. Sorry, maybe not normal, but something closer to normal. Less dangerous for us and them. Here's a way to put it. Maybe make them more like Uncle Hugo. You know, remember, they used to be our friends. Family. The longer they stay this way, the more likely the rest of the world will kill them all off. Look for some of the fungi growing in the cave. The ones that survive there should be hardy enough. I may be able to extract an effective stabilizer from the juvenile mycelium spores in the mushroom's gills. 3 should be enough. Interesting. I've never heard of anyone having that kind of reaction before. Did you consider just talking things through with them? No? Maybe it could have been a shadowy misunderstanding. Your vitals seem to be all right. Heart rate elevated, but in the normal range. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, you seem to be fine. You should head back now. Tell Oberlin not to worry about me. Results coming in now. Please, please be different. No, it's the same. They're all moving with him. How? Why? Test completed. This is not what I expected. Device 2 starting up now. We will be using the new configuration. Our hypothesis is that the samples from the Lost will begin to behave closer to Uncle Hugo's. Come on, science. You can do it. Test completed. As suspected. They become further agitated, volatile. They're much less stable than Uncle Hugo's now. Hello? Hello? Is anyone still sane out there? Come to the intercom if you can hear me. Wait, are you telling me that you managed to wipe out all of the Lost yourself? I have so many questions. How? With what? And actually... No, focus, Hilda. I could use someone with a lethal skill set. Hey, would you be up for a little hike? Well, obviously, that whole tunnel is infested with the Lost. The question is, what are you doing in there with them? No, wait, please! Just hear me out. Very astute, but it's complicated. You're at the entrance to the vault, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. You'll see. Just need to meet up first. No, I'm a woman of science, not war. I come in peace. Oh, wow, a person! I didn't actually expect that. Perfect. Yes, but this is hardly the time to talk. All will be explained if you follow my directions. The entrance area you're in now was once a high-speed rail system for transporting supplies to the rest of the vault. But as you can see, it's completely caved in. You'll have to walk to another entrance closer to the vault's atrium. It's just a quick trip over the hills to the south. Look for the entrance to the Shenandoah National Park. If you need a landmark, just keep walking toward that teeny-tiny, giant, menacing storm in the sky. You'll find the entrance underneath the manor in the dead center of the park. And storm. Can't miss it! Good luck! It'll simulate what the impact of different device configurations will have on lost cells. In other words, we can test what would happen if we followed my uncle's plan on a smaller scale. How is this even possible? Did Uncle Hugo know this would happen? The experiments I've been running all but confirmed it. Can we get started already? The tissue samples aren't going to remain stable forever, right? That must be the case. Otherwise, how could he? Please, you need to help. Do you think he wants to control them all? Papa too? His own brother. Anyone else kind of excited about this? Just me then? Starting final test now. Audrey, I don't like this. This has got to be a mistake, right? We've been comparing tissue samples from Uncle Hugo with ones from Papa and the others. The behavior from Uncle Hugo's sample is far more complex and responsive to stimuli. It's almost as if he's a completed specimen and the rest are just imitating him. All of our work is coming to fruition. My research on understanding the Lost, Audrey's on the weather machine, but the last piece is Uncle Hugo. Like, literally, we're examining a piece of him. Gross, I know. But once we have the right data, we can run the machine again to reverse the effects of the Lost. We think. Ah, good. Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Oh, wonderful. I was getting worried. Oh, don't be fussy. I'm sure you've done a lot worse out there. Find a nearby Lost. Anyone should do. I can't blink, but I want to blink. Why can't I blink? I just can't. I can always see that voice again. Do you hear them? That light again. Papa. I'm a bit too busy for that, but someone inside would be very happy to answer all of your questions. Ah, a voice! Oh, yes, I remember that voice. You're here! Running control test. This will show us how added storm energy under the machine's old configuration interacts with their cells. That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. So here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. I promise I, or someone in here, will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Let's just get you inside first, okay? Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a-ticking. Chop, chop! Ooh, sorry. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand! Bye! Pfft, you're another one of those, huh? Oberlin's bound to like you at least. It's so loud. That voice. Phone call. New light. I never really believed it when people said it, but I just don't know anymore. Uncle Hugo. Huh? Me? I don't know. How could Uncle Hugo have planned this? What did he see that I didn't? Anyway, I'm Hilda Stolz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo! Cool. Isn't that, I don't know, a bit childish? Sure, I'm a ghoul and you're not lost. Glad we got that straightened out. Oh, good, you're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so because that would be a major breakthrough.